All right. In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another spontaneous broadcast of what we call the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper, the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty, mighty, mighty Angel Snub Nub 7. I am your soul brother, number one. You know, in our lives, there are things that happen to us that we don't want to talk about because it brings us embarrassment and it brings us shame. That is one of the main reasons of why so many do not like, and I heard them say, I'm tired of those slave movies. I don't want to hear about slavery no more. Is it the slave movie itself? Or is it a reminder that you are not what you believe you are? Is it a reminder that you are still in a condition that mimics or similar to slavery? So we concentrate on we are gods, but we have done nothing godly. We are warriors, but we fought no war. We are Africans, but never lived in Africa. We concentrate on those things that try to hinder, try to cloud up the reality of whom and what we are. So it is embarrassing for many of us to say, because it is true whether you like it or not. We who are the descendants of slaves or free persons, because I know I talked to some of y'all out there, my ancestors was free. They were lynched. They could have been taken a slave. What was it, that movie? 40 Years in a Slave, 40 Acres in a Slave. I forgot what the name of the slave movie was. And this person was a free man, and he messed around and got caught up into physical slavery. So you cannot avoid, no matter how you run, it's like death. You can run into the hills. You can go to the moon. You can go to the depths of the sea. You can go to California. You can go to Mexico. You can go into a cave, but you cannot escape death. We cannot escape who and what we are. You cannot escape. And there's no other way to tell the story. It is, as they tell me, it is what it is. If you feel embarrassed, it just makes life more difficult. You are embarrassed because you've done nothing, or you find yourself incapable of changing the condition to make yourself better. Even though you put on the fanciest clothes and you have all this money in your pocket and drive fancy cars and you can go to McDonald's and you can pay $300 to go see Beyonce at a concert, you know that your condition, the reality of things. I don't want to hear that. What is it that they say in these drug addiction groups? One of the things that they say in these drug addiction groups is, in order for you to begin the healing process, you must confess, you must admit that you are an alcoholic, that you are a drug addict, you are a pedophile, whatever the group that you are in, you have to confess that you have a sickness. This is something that the black man and woman, soul brothers and sisters in this country, this is something that you don't want to deal with, that you and I are sick. And there's no amount of prayer, there's no amount of these stories being told. Matter of fact, it makes it worse. It helps you to avoid your sickness. You are sick. You just don't throw out the window 300 years of slavery. You just don't throw out the window over 100 years of Jim Crow. There are those who actually live those things, suffer from that. So when I was growing up, and many of us was growing up, we wasn't even told about Jim Crow because of the fear, because of the trauma. Our parents did not tell us about what they went through. In our families, we have pedophiles. And the family knows it and won't tell you nothing. There is sickness here that we don't want to deal with, that we try to erase, that we try to avoid. But in order to heal, you got to deal with that sickness. You got to deal with that trauma. You cannot heal by avoiding, by ignoring that you're sick. That's why so many end up dead early, because they don't want to go to the doctor. That's why some of you don't want to take your car to the auto repair place, because you don't want to hear the possibility of cancer. You don't want to hear the possibility of a $500, $1,000 car repair bill. I'll just keep driving and your brakes is going bad and you could end up in an accident that could take your life. So the cancer, because you did not catch it early, now the cancer kill you. Now you're in a car accident. Not only did you kill yourself, but you killed others, because you didn't want to deal with the reality that something might be wrong. We don't want to deal with our sickness. There was a rich lady, I believe it was the 1970s, early 60s, somewhere in there, early 70s. You can look this up because y'all like doing your research. You like getting the information. It was a young lady, Caucasian lady. She was one of the heirs to the Hearst newspaper empire in this country, and she was kidnapped. I don't know how long she was kidnapped, but she began to fall in love with those who kidnapped her, and she actually joined them. She actually participated in their crimes. Starting off as a victim, now she actually joined the people that kidnapped her. There's a There's a name for that. How you doing there, DX2? There's a name for that. When a victim falls in love, I want us to remember this. When a victim falls in love with their captors or their abusers. And there's a lot of us who have been through this trauma. Some of our parents are abusers and exploiters. Some of our parents, our teachers. We got to deal with a sickness. And the black conscious community, all this blackity black and all that, you don't want to deal with the fact that you're sick. You got a problem here. We just living like everything is all goody two-shoe. That's why many of our relationships don't work. Because people been through trauma. Women have been raped. Men have been raped. Children have been raped, abused and neglected. In our lifetime. We're not talking about no slavery. We talk about in our lifetime. And many of us are embarrassed. Because you don't want to hear, because people will say that all the time. If that was me, I would have done this. If that was me. So we embarrassed to tell somebody that we've been hurt, that we've gone through, we've suffered this trauma. This is the reason why I was born in Jim Crow. And my parents, my people, my relatives didn't tell us children about what the hell it was and what they was going through. We just went to church. And so this young lady, Patty Hearst, she actually joined her abusers. The black woman in this country, soul sisters, not only was she called out of her name by the slave master, she has been called out of her name by her own man, her brothers. And it really took off in the late 80s, early 90s. And she became a whore and a bitch. And she's told this 24 hours a day, and there are images of her as a whore and a bitch in music videos on TV 24 hours a day. And so now, woo! So now, many of them have actually turned into that image, that mindset. I'm a whore, and I'm proud to be a whore and a bitch. That's a sickness. When somebody sit and tell you, some of us, we tell our children, you ain't no good, you'll never be nothing, you just a drunk, you just a dope fiend. We tell our children that at a young age, and you tell it to them all the time, and they become the drug dealer. They become the prostitute. They become the dope fiend because you told them that. Words are powerful. And so here we are in 2024. Many of these men complain about what women do. You done it to them, you piece of trash. The men done it to them. You call them hoes and bitches for generations. And now they are the whore and the bitch that you call them. Oh, why y'all ain't good girls? You put trauma on them. And the little girls don't know no better because they follow the women that you call hoes and bitches. Because apparently that's what your happy ass want. You want a whore and a bitch. Mind you, the original hoe and bitch is men. Do your research. Get the information. The original whore and the original bitch are men. And you pass that down to women. How long has the black man and woman in this country, how long have we been called nigger? For centuries. And in the beginning, I ain't no nigga, I'm a man. That's what you said. I'm not a nigga, I'm a woman. I'm a man. But you done heard it for so long. You began to adopt it to yourself. And now, what's up, my nigga? Nigga this, nigga that. And the children just naturally adopt it because they know they niggas. You done heard it for so long, now you have adopted. This is trauma. This is not natural. You don't hear other people bragging about these names they have been called and adopting it. But you sick. You are sick out of your mind and you don't want to admit that you're sick. So we got sick folks running around here talking about liberation. You sick as hell talking about revolution. You sick as hell talking about I'm your savior, I'm your messiah, and you're sick. And don't want to deal with your sickness. Because you have become the nigger. I don't care. You can say Ashe all you want to. You can say Hotel. You can say Assalamu Alaikum. All this stuff y'all done made up for yourself. And you still act like nigger. A nigger Muslim. A nigger Pan-African. A nigger Christian. A nigger Hebrew. Niggers. You embrace it. You proud of it. You have become what the slave master always said you was. And the reason why you cannot rise against them is because you, in reality, you love it them. Like the young lady that was captured by that group and she became one of them. You are part of them. That's why your black conscience don't work. That's why your black scholarship don't work. Because you part of them. You fall in love with the mindset that your captors put you in. And you actually help them. Keep you in your position. That's why you can't rise. So you can holler all you want to. The black man will rise. You ain't gonna rise out of nowhere. You are exactly where you are at. On the slave plantation being a nigger. I wondered about this. I believe it was 2009, 2010. I had a 1984 small car. There was more of a brother and sisterly feeling. We would help each other because Google was turning down our channels. We would support, even if you don't even know nothing about this person. As long as they black, you subscribe. You support, we were supporting one another. That didn't last long. You know why it didn't last long? DK2, DX2, do you know why it didn't last long? Because the niggas. That's why it didn't last long. And now you believe you are a nigga. But you put on a costume, I'm a Muslim. I'm a Christian. I'm a Hebrew. I'm a more science type. But no, you are a nigga. You're nothing close to the labels that you claim. Nigger or niggardly. Selfish. Grandiose arrogant. So I got in my car. and went out to meet folks in person. Did this little road trip. And the response was, I thought the response would be good. I mean, I'm not hiding behind an avatar. I'm meeting you in person. We talk face to face. It don't make any difference. Because I did not know at the time, I did not know I was going to talk with people that was actually interested in the betterment of us as a people in this nation. I'm going out. I did not know I was going out to meet niggas. Nigga then in 2010, nigga now in 2024. Bunch of niggas. That's why you cannot unite. You was called a nigga 400 years ago and you're still a nigga in 2024. A nigga in sheep's clothing. So when I got back home, it was disappointing, but I began to understand, and I sort of already knew. But I wanted to give the benefit of a doubt. But I thought that people that claim, oh, we love the black folk, I love blackly black, I die for my people, I love my people. I thought, I love Africa. I thought that they were people who really wanted to unite and get us up out of this sickness. Change this condition. They're not. They're niggas. And I don't care how much they smile. I don't care. See, look, actions speak louder than words. As long as Angel Snub Nub 7 been on YouTube, I have shared everybody's videos. I pass the information from other people. I make channels for other YouTubers because I'm real with mine. Your ideology, your beliefs, whatever you are, it don't mean anything to me. I'm not intimidated by that. These folks never share Angel Snub Nub 7 video. Never. Because they niggas, their intent is to uplift themselves. Nigga, niggardly, selfish. It's all about me. It's all mine. I don't want to give you nothing. Sick. Sick people. And so now they upset because I'm out here telling you exactly who and what you are. Actions speak louder than words. I don't have to debate. Who have you unified with? What do you do in unity? How do you help other brothers and sisters? You don't. It's all about you. Tariq Nasheed is about himself. Promoting himself. He ain't about uniting with nobody. Huckabee is only about promoting himself. The Nation of Islam, the Black Panther Party, all of them. It's all about promoting themselves. Because unity, anybody in a good marriage, anybody in a happy family, you know that you have to compromise with everybody in that family. In their life, there's no compromise. My way or the highway. That's tyrannical. That's a dictatorship. And that's what all these suckers represent. Tyrannical dictatorships. So you know they are not interested in black unity because they are tyrants. Don't you know if these people ever came into any kind of power, they would murder, they would enslave. Some of them even actually tell you, I will kill you, I will murder you, I will enslave. They even tell you that because they have the same mindset as the people that victimize them. That's the reason why. It was a hurtful thing, a disappointing thing. But it's the reality. I had to realize these black, Pat African, blackity black, whatever the hell they talk about black, they are not your friend. They are the reason why we are in the condition that we're in. And you're listening and supporting these bastards. They don't give a damn about us as a people. They only care about filling their pockets, promoting themselves. Because they sick. They niggas and don't want to do nothing about it. Talking about it don't change the fact of what you are. You need therapy. You need to heal yourself. Black unity, and you don't do nothing to unify nobody. It's just a selling tool for them. Oh, we need black unity. There you go. But their actions don't show any unity. This black scholarship, this black conscious garbage is nothing but self-made COINTELPRO. And y'all talk about COINTELPRO real bad. What's his name? Hoover. What's that? Herbert Hoover? I forgot his name. Hoover, whatever his name. The CIA guy, whatever. Y'all talk about COINTELPRO, and you use COINTELPRO like they doing it against you. You are walking COINTELPRO. They don't need to use nothing against you. The same way they called you nigger and you became a nigger, now you are COINTELPRO on your own damn own. On your own. You are walking COINTELPRO. You call these women bitches out of their name, they have become that. You have become COINTELPRO. How can you say that, bruh? How can you say that? Your actions and your behaviors. What was one of the premises of COINTELPRO? To destroy this black messiah that might enlighten the masses. Woo! But he's not on the scene yet. We don't know who he is. So we need to kill him. It's just like the story of Moses. There's some kind of Messiah, there's some kind of Savior coming to the Israelites. So the Pharaoh said, let's kill all the baby boys. He got to be male. Let's kill all the baby boys in the country. We got to get him before he can rise. We don't know who he is. What do you do? You ain't no better than the CIA. You ain't no better than the FBI because you have people like myself and others coming up. And they come out against us to kill us. Stop our rise. Because unity will make me strong. Because unity means you support your brothers and sisters, whether they are some big YouTube personality or just coming up out of the ground. That's what unity would do. But you don't want to support Angel Snapping Up 7. You don't want to support the young brothers and sisters, those just coming up out of the earth, because we intimidate you. We are a threat to your empire. You want to kill the Messiah before they're born. You're doing the same damn thing. Here I am, a little guy. All kinds of folks can come here and bring their message and talk. I'm not intimidated. We need to hear these things. We need to talk. We need to talk amongst one another. But these selfish niggas, I tell you, with the nigga mentality, oh no. We want to keep him on the ground floor. We want to stop the rise of a black messiah. Because you're not about unity. You're not about revolution. You're not about the liberation. You're about yourself and the things that you can get from your massa out of this society. That's the only thing on their mind. And they would tell you, and they will call you, they would tell you quick, you a broke nigga. Because they proud they got some massa, let them have a few dollars out of their economy. You a broke nigga. I don't want their damn money. I want my own money. I want paper. I want coins that I give value to. I don't want their crap. I'd rather be a broke nigga. But you sick and you suffer from trauma. So that gives you value because you got money from your slave master. So that means a lot to you. COINTELPRO, they set other brothers and sisters up against each other. That's what they do. You see it on YouTube. How they set one another and all this beef and dumbass stuff over nothing. Immature. Silly. And then, of course, the reason why there's no black unity, because the white man, no, we don't have any unity because you're a nigger. And you don't want to admit that you're a nigger. That's why there's no unity. You greedy and you selfish and you grandiose. Talk about what you can do. If you can do it, I'll sit my happy ass down. That's no problem. Oh, they doing it. No need for me. No need for me to say or do nothing. Them brothers and sisters got it. I helped you out. What can I do to help you, bro? You're not accomplishing nothing. That's not my fault. You angry because you a loser. And you're jealous of others coming up. And the only thing you can do is say the same old garbage we've been hearing for the last 50, 100 years. Same old out-of-date ass stuff. It didn't work then because COINTELPRO destroyed it. And now your ass have turned into COINTELPRO. So how that? Because you don't want that. You want a piece of your enemy's world. That's what you want. Oh man, you saying that because you a broke ass nigga. Damn Skippy. And you a slave. And you not real. But the people falling for your show that you put on. Because they think that you real. What is it that they say? Birds of a feather flock together? Because they're not real either. They niggas. They enjoy all the splendor of the white man's world. They just like you. That's why they support you. Because they niggas. And they put on a show. That's why in this country, that's why there's no black unity. That's why there's no soul liberation. Because you're not real. None of you suckers is real because you suffer from a sickness. And you don't want to admit that you're sick, that there's something wrong. You call yourself nigger. Even the ones that know about you do it. You use these terms and whatever. Because you sick. That's not my fault. You do everything that you can to stop the rise. Here I am, I'm going to say this in conclusion. I'm a little fella. I only get 10 subscribers, I only have 10 subscribers, I only get 10 views. 100 channels destroyed. Why? Why is that? We gonna stop the rise of a black messiah. Not only the white folks, but the niggas come after me too. So what does that tell you? There must be something about me that all these forces want to stop my rise, stop people from listening. How do it hurt you? How do it hurt any of you to tell folks, I'm not into Angel Snub Number 7. I'm not into that. But here's a young brother. Here's a brother coming up. Listen to his message. How does that hurt you? It's a threat, because if they listen to Angel Snub Number 7, they are finally beginning to heal. They'll finally get on the road to unity. And you will be exposed as the liar and the deceiver, as the nigger that you are. Because you're not really about them. You are a puppet for Arabs. You're a puppet for some kind of foreigners. You have nothing to offer. You don't have nothing to think for yourself. God don't even want you. God ain't never came to you. That's why you got to say, Moses said, Master Farad Muhammad said, but God never, you got to repeat what somebody said. God ain't told you nothing. God never came to your house and sat with you and told you nothing. You always got to get somebody's hand-me-down. You always got to get speculation. You can't never get nothing original. God don't even like you because you're a nigger. And you getting exactly what you deserve, which is nothing. Make me out a lie, because you have not made me out a lie within the last 50, 100 years. You have not made me out a lie. I want you to make me a liar. But you can't, because you're a nigger. And you're sick. Calling yourself a Moor, calling yourself an Egyptian, calling yourself all these fancy names, and I'm a god, I'm a warrior, I'm a goddess. That don't help your ass none. You a nigger. You are all of your father, the devil, and the works of your father you shall do. You are just like these white folks in this country. You behave like them, you think like them, you act like them. In fact, a lot of y'all will even use them as an example for success. Well, you see, the white man did this, and white folks did that, blah, blah, blah. What you using them for an example of success? Because you are them. They made you. They made black scholarship. If you break it down, do you really do your research and get the information, all of it comes from them. What do a slave on a plantation know about life? Nothing. The root of all of it is them. You can't tell me nothing. You're walking COINTELPRO. You have become the nigger that the slave master always wanted. You more of a nigger now than our ancestors was on the slave plantation. You are the perfect manifestation of nigger. Because if you was free, you'd be walking out the damn door, but you still on the plantation. your mouth talking, pretending I don't like this. I don't like that. But you here. I'm an African. Still here. You ain't going to no damn Africa. And you just going to be a citizen. You ain't going to go run nothing. They're not going to let you run nothing. They don't want to hear what you got to say. They'll send your happy ass back because you won't be a citizen. Ship your happy ass back to America. I don't know why these folks get angry at me. This is the reality of it. You're not real. You're only real in your imagination and your delusion. This is the reality's temple on earth. You only get credit when you earn it. I'm not going to give you credit and you did not earn it. When you become a god and a goddess or African, I will say that's what you are. I will admit it. I'm not going to give you titles, give you rewards that you did not earn, so you can feel good. So you have doomed your children and you lied to your children. When they wake up, they're in the same condition. Nothing changed. We have a man been working on a school since 2004, 2000 and whatever, way back. And we gonna have a school one day, and that's acceptable. We give people millions of dollars. You keep talking about the church. You give black conscience thousands and millions of dollars every year. What have they done for you lately? What have they done? Nothing. Except brag about the money that they took from you and then turn around, nigga, you broke. They are part of this. They're not real. Your condition is not going to change till you stop being a nigga. Your condition is not going to change until you get real with yours. I have more respect for somebody like Jesse, what's his name? Jesse Lee Peterson. I have more respect for him. He let you know this is me. This is my. He's real with his. You ain't real with yours. Because you ain't no different than Jesse Lee Peterson. Because both of you want to destroy the idea of the rise of a black Messiah. Unity means all of us come together. So if I'm here and you're down there, then I'll reach down to my brother and lift him up. These suckers throw rocks and boulders to keep you down. That's what they do. Because they intimidated. Because they want to be the black Messiah, but you're not. That's what it is. They jealous and envious because they want to be the black Messiah. They want to be the one that have the plan. It's not meant for you. You have become the COINTELPRO that you talk about. That's what black scholarship is. You slander and you gossip, and some of you will commit assault, and some of you will even murder. That's what COINTELPRO was about, right? Here we are. I'm going to say this and get out of here. Here we are in 2024. You have folks on YouTube talking about I'll kill Malcolm again. I'll kill Malcolm again. This man been gone since 1965. These are the I love peace and I love my people and all this bull doo-doo. And they run around talking about, I'll kill Malcolm again. Slandering dead people. Gossip, spreading gossip on dead folks. These are the people that y'all follow. And yes, you are a Negro. Dead. The perfect world's most perfect slave. That's the only thing you ever will be. Prove me wrong. Doing things the way that you do, you'll never be able to prove me wrong. The only way you can prove me wrong is by support of the rise of a black Messiah. And you don't want that because that intimidates, because you think you think that you are that. Well, if Elijah Muhammad was the Messiah, why are we still in the condition that we're in? If Marcus Garvey was the Messiah, if Malcolm was the Messiah, why are we still in the condition that we're in? You've done nothing to add to the accomplishments of the civil rights movement, to the black revolutionary movement in the 1960s. The 1960s, you added nothing to it except a bunch of talk. We should be embarrassed. But you're not embarrassed because you're niggas. That's why you're not embarrassed. And you call yourself a nigga, and when somebody points you out as a nigga, then you got the nerve or have the nerve to get angry because somebody show you and expose you for the nigga that you are. Because you're sick. That's a sign of trauma. You've been traumatized and don't want to admit that you got a problem. Ain't nothing wrong with me. And so while you live in your delusional world, all these immigrants and people from Palestine gonna be coming over here. They're coming from South America. All these other folks, while you running your mouth, pretending you have success, they are coming within the next 10 years. They're gonna be on a level higher than you, and you've been here going on 500 years. And you can't use the white man do this and the white man. No, it's you. Because remember, you ain't a broke nigga. So since you not a broke nigga, why you not making moves? Since you not a broke nigga, I'm the broke nigga. Why you not making moves since you not broke? No matter how much money you have, your money don't mean nothing when you mentally ill, when you sick. Not thinking properly, you know. You don't think like a free man. You're not thinking like a free woman. You think and act and move like a slave. That's not my fault. That's your fault because you know better, but don't want to do better. Because it's easy being a nigga. And it's not the white man taking us to hell. It's y'all. It's yourself taking yourself to hell. Whatever that hell is. The spooky hell or the condition of life hell, whatever. You are the one keeping yourself in hell because you found a way to enjoy hell. Shout out to the chat room. Shout out to DX2. Shout out to the Black Truth. Shout out to all those listening out there in the YouTube atmosphere. Thank you so much for joining us on this spontaneous broadcast. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Not my fault. But my self-appointed mission is to tell the truth, the real truth. That's my self-appointed mission. The same way that you tell these lies and you spin these fairy tales, my mission is to bring reality. Yours is to bring lies and fairy tales that you claim is real. But when I show up on the scene, all that falls apart because it's not real. There are those who claim they represent reality until I show up because it's not real. When you get real, your condition is going to change. When you recognize you're real, you begin to heal. Like I said, when you're real, you understand that you're sick. But you learn how to keep your sickness in check so that you can progress. But these suckers don't believe nothing wrong with them. So they keep those who listen to them and support them, they keep them sick. Then you want to get angry at those who recognize your sickness. Because ain't nothing wrong with me. Ain't nothing wrong with me. But your condition clearly says you got a problem. Thank you for listening. Jot down your comments, all that kind of good stuff. And until the next broadcast, as our ancestor Don Cornelius used to always say as imparting, we wish you love, peace, and soul. We are Audi 5000.